Well, hi, how are you? We're gonna do some chaos gardening today because the rest of the field needs to be planted and we're out of time. If you haven't noticed, the walls of Babylon are burning and we need to get more food in the ground. So we're gonna do the chaos method, and neighbor brought over some warm season garden blend. So it has lots of different stuff: okra, watermelon, sweet corn, ground crops, tall crops, all the crops. So we're gonna go out there and plant it today. What are you doing, Maddie? Oh boy. Okay, so for the last year, we've been tilling up this soil, letting the ground crop grow over, tilling it back under, and we've taken a lot of this dense clay and it's getting a little more loamy now. We're seeing more worms in it. There's a lot of life coming up, and every time we till under, there's a shorter duration between when things grow up and when it needs to be tilled under. So that tells us that this would probably be okay for planting the chaos garden. And then as you see the wood chips behind, we're going to broadcast, lightly till under, and then put a layer of mulch on and see what happens, see what grows. I think there's going to be a lot of time left here. In Arkansas, you can get 2 seasons for just about everything if you plant early. We're in the late July, so some of this stuff probably won't go all the way out, but it'll be good for the soil regardless. So, and we're going to plant the south field because it does have more nutrients in it. We've been working on this field longer. And then the apiary is going to be just on the outside of the south field. So when things do bloom, the bees will be closer to the garden. Good variety of different stuff in there, holy man. All right, so throw that out. And it's said to do 35 pounds an acre?
Yep.
And then if you're hand seeding, 50% more of that. So that bag should plant pretty much this field. Yeah, this is super big for this thing. All right, so in under an hour, we got that all tilled in, roughed in, and then we use the ATV to put some of the small topsoil, like light topsoil, on top of the smaller seeds. If you dig in the smaller seeds, it's too thick and they won't germinate. But doing it with just the light ATV with just a light sprinkle of dirt over the top should be fine. That's a lot of planting in a very short amount of time. So we got the second field done. We put in the remainder of those rock minerals that we had in previous videos. This field, the north field, doesn't have as much nutrient value. The nutrient test, the soil test came back with lower numbers on this field, so we tried to mitigate that as best we could. And now neighbor Mike here is taking the again, we're just lightly topsoiling after we seeded the second time. So we got a deep seed and we have a seed that's on top, lightly coated with some soil. It's soil as much as we can do. So we'll see how this turns out and go from there. Okay, so we're gonna do a follow-up here. It's been a few days. We're putting in more of our vineyard here. So if you haven't liked, shared, and subscribed, again, we got orchard stuff, vineyard stuff, garden stuff, animal stuff, barndorium stuff, build stuff, you know, the things. So we would appreciate you hitting the like and subscribe and join our little Backroads family here at the Barndo Villa. All right, so behind our regular garden, we have the chaos garden, and it came up dang near overnight. The seed was 2 years old. We weren't sure it was going to come up, but it did. And so we have a few tests going here. First off, it is no joke 110 degrees right now. I can already feel the sweat coming on my back. It is so horribly hot in north central Arkansas right now. It is summer in Arkansas. So what we did here is I started broadcasting some of the wood chips and try to hold some of that moisture in. You can see we have quite a few different varieties of corn, squash, pumpkin, beets. We got just a bunch of different things all growing up here, and the heat doesn't seem to be wilting it too bad. The ground was fairly moist, and this is a clay base, so the clay does hold moisture very well. The north field doesn't have quite the growth on it, but you can see where the ATV went through. It's still pretty moist. So we got potatoes to pull in yet, and we have onions that are just about done. A lot of stuff is coming due here at the garden, but getting these planted with a chaos garden is going to be a fun little activity. So follow along as this grows up. We'll keep you informed, and we'll see you in the next video.